Hello, everybody. This week is week 4, and we are going to start a lesson called Weather Related Hazards. This activity I've spread out throughout 4 days, but you can feel free to do it all in one day, 2 days, 3 days. You can take the whole week. I just spread it out a little bit so that way you and your parents don't feel, bombarded to finish it. Before we get started on our lesson, I want to remind you to continue completing your weather observations chart. Okay, Mrs. Hamlin keeps forgetting some days. I need to set a reminder on my phone. But please make sure that you are doing that to the best of your ability. Okay? To get started, I want you to think if you have ever been a part of a weather-related hazard. So, have you ever been a part of a tornado watch or a warning? I have. I know I've definitely been a part of a tornado watch and a warning, I believe. Have you ever been a part of a blizzard? I know we have. Okay. A flood? Mrs. Hamlin has. A drought. Now, some of these words might not be familiar to you, but we will be going over them in our vocab words today. Have you ever seen lightning up close? What about a hurricane watch or warning? Do you think that we get hurricanes in Michigan? Think about that. Have you ever been a part of an ice storm? I have. Have you heard about an avalanche? I've never been a part of one, but I've heard about them. And what about extreme heat? Now, extreme heat would be like above 100 for multiple days. I don't think I've ever been a part of extreme heat. Okay? If you have been a part of any of those weather-related hazards, I want you to think about what you remember about those weather events. Okay? Think about what those weather events, how they made you feel. Were they scary? Maybe some things that you remember about them. And we will get started on our vocab words. Okay, so starting out, let's review our vocab words. Okay, first we have advisory. Advisory is something that meteorologists issue when weather conditions are likely to be problematic. So if there is going to potentially be a hazardous weather condition, a meteorologist will issue an advisory. Okay? A watch is a forecast that is issued well before a weather problem is coming to alert people. Okay? Sounds kind of like the same thing, right? Our next word is warning. A forecast issued when a weather condition is occurring and may be dangerous. So a warning means that it is happening right now and it could be dangerous. We have tornado. Tornado is a violent column of air that twists and rotates and makes contact with the ground. Okay? There's usually lots of wind when that is happening. Next is hurricane. Okay? A hurricane is a severe tropical cyclone with winds above 74 miles per hour. Now, if you think about it, when you're in a car, you're normally only going about 25 to 55 miles per hour. Unless you're on the highway. That's when you start going 75. So imagine winds that are going as fast as you go on a highway. Crazy. Okay? We also have flash flood. Excuse me. When water overflows within a few hours due to heavy rain or when a dam fails. Okay? And dams are made, they can be human-made, man-made, or they can be made from fallen down trees, beavers, things like that. And that tends to block off a flowing body of water. Okay, so if that breaks or cracks or anything like that, it can create a flash flood. A blizzard is a severe winter storm with winds of 35 miles per hour or more. Okay, usually means that there's snow and that it's pretty cold too. An avalanche is a large mass of rapidly moving snow, usually due to changes in the temperature in mountainous regions. Okay. Around us, we do not have mountains, right? So we will probably not see an avalanche. Okay? We have eye of a hurricane, which is the very center of a hurricane that usually has low pressure and is often very calm. The eye of a hurricane is kind of like the calm before the storm hits, I guess, if you've ever heard that expression. And then drought, an abnormally dry weather for a region for an extended period of time. Okay, those are our vocab words for the week. And our question of the day, and technically this week, is, let me turn off my light. Question of the day, what can we do to help prevent weather-related problems? Okay, in lesson 4, I've split it up by days. Okay, day 1, I'm asking you to review the vocab words. Make sure that you keep track of your weather data on your weather observation sheet. And then I would like you to read through all of the weather-related hazards papers that are included in your packet. Okay, that includes, okay, we have tornado, flood, lightning, ice storm, and extreme, oh, Mrs. Hamlin messed up, and extreme heat. You also have avalanche, hurricane, drought, and a blizzard. Okay, these papers are front and back. Mrs. Hamlin messed that up. Okay, I want you to read through those, and you're going to choose one that you would like to do your foldable on. Okay, so remember, this is day 1, and your foldable is something that I will teach you in the next little bit of our video. Okay, so make sure you read through these weather-related hazards, choose one that you would like, and we will go from there. Alrighty, friends. We are now on to day 2 of this 4-day activity. And on day 2, the first thing that I'm going to ask you in your written directions, that's exactly what I'm going off of, I need you to review those vocab words that we just went over. Okay? We had the words advisory, watch, warning, tornado, hurricane, flash flood, blizzard, avalanche, I have a hurricane, and drought. Okay? After you review those words, make sure that you complete your weather observations for the month of May. Okay? Then you will need your weather-related hazards information sheets, as well as one of these data collection sheets. Okay? It says it right here at the top, and I have provided you 2 copies. So today in day 2, you should have picked a weather-related hazard that you would like to study. Okay, so for instance, let's say Mrs. Hamlin did tornado. I'm going to use my weather-related weather-related hazards data collection sheet. Okay, I'm going to answer these questions. What is your weather-related hazard? Define it and find 5 weather words related to your hazard. Okay, so I would write tornado, and then I would write, let me grab my vocab words again. I would write what a tornado is. A tornado is a violent column of air that twists and rotates and makes contact with the ground. Okay, that is not anything I had to look up. That was right in my vocab words. Now I have to find 5 weather words related to your hazard. I know that there might be a tornado watch or a tornado warning, right? There's probably wind direction, and let's see, Mrs. Hamlin's papers are all messed up. Okay, but from there I've given you 3. If you choose to do a tornado, I want you to find 2 more words, weather words that relate to your hazard. Next, you're going to talk about what are problems caused by this type of weather. This is where you're going to research, and that research can come right from our website. So I'm going to give you the steps. 3rd grade website. Head there. Okay, that's step 1. Step 2, go to Science Links. and that is under the heading Science. Those are science links. Step 3, I have listed several websites for you to use to research your weather-related hazard. You do not have to use these links that I've provided. You can use others. You can just search right from Google. But I did want to make it a little easier on you because I know that the links that I've provided do give you some information. And I highly, highly recommend using these links. Moms and dads and grandmas and grandpas and aunts and uncles helping out your student. These links that I provided are very helpful. Okay? Down here at the bottom it says, how can you help prevent this weather-related hazard from becoming such a major problem? Write about your solution and draw it. Okay? So after you've learned a little bit about the problems it causes, maybe choose one of those problems. Okay? Choose a problem from up here and think about how you can prevent it from happening. So this is all your thinking. I can't tell you if you're right or wrong. I want you to use your thoughts and ideas and find ways that you could probably help this problem from happening. And then, how will your solution help prevent problems? Okay? So, right here you write about your solution and draw it. Okay? Here you're going to explain in detail. So this is more of telling me your major problem and your solution, and then how will your solution help prevent the problems, other problems, things like that, and explain in detail. Okay? That is for day 2. Okay?